Ready to record, buddy?
Do we have to?
Look, we got a problem, man. I'm after looking back at this Raw on the internet after watching it on Monday night, and we only got a 5-minute show. Like, how much times can we say something sucks?
Do you have a thesaurus handy? Let's see, we got sucks, horrible, bad, really bad, terrible.
But that gets stayed and boring.
Fucked up. Yeah, fucked up, boring. Do you know any foreign languages? This is an international show. Maybe we can get Roy Zambrano to come on the show and speak Spanish. Or Puerto Rican or wherever the hell he speaks.
Be more ethical, please. When I watch Primo and Epico get destroyed for the 100th time on Raw.
Yeah. Epico and Primo were on. And we had racist humor with Pancake Jones talking about if Darren Young's the Black Cena, he should be on the Chocolate Pebbles box, Cocoa Pebbles box.
What about people marking out on fucking Facebook and Twitter saying they finally acknowledged it?
They acknowledged that he looked like Black Cena when Cena was making fun of the Nexus. That's not a new joke.
Yeah, Brian's saying how people so much on it's a couple of weeks apparently.
Are you talking to your sister again?
I'm talking to you.
Oh.
Man, I really
Alright, well,
like last week we only had a 20-minute, but at least we had the Undertaker CM Punk thing. Like the argument about that is pretty much the same. The people that 2 months ago were calling for edgy storylines and for things to be more realistic are now giving out again because they dare to cross the line. So, how can you win?
Yeah, that was a shitty CM Punk promo, though.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Sitting there juggling the urn, it was distracting. I couldn't pay attention to what he was saying.
That's what he was supposed
to
do. He was playing around the urn to piss the Undertaker off. If you want a shitty CM Punk,
I realized that.
Last week was a shitty CM Punk promo. When he was on the Titantron, that was shitty. Wasn't disrespectful like most people said, it was just shitty. This week was actually good. It served a purpose.
Yeah. But I'm ready to see these guys lock horns.
Yeah.
And Undertaker cannot cut a promo. I'm sorry. I love the Undertaker. That's why he had a manager. He can't cut a promo. That was a shitty promo. But let's get to the damn show, because we're going to talk ourselves out of it.
Alright, you ready?
Hey, can we just tell people how, just like do a 5-minute podcast? Let's just do like a 5-minute podcast where we go segment by segment and say it sucked, it was bad, it was horrible, and then end the show and just
not
do
very
it 5
creative.
minutes.
Like, I like to put a small bit of creativity into the show, and like WWE's creative team.
Well, if WWE isn't going to give us anything to talk about, I mean, I don't want to sit here and make a 20-minute show just to have a 20-minute show. So, let's just tell people we got punch and pie. People will come if we tell them we have punch and pie.
And free hats.
Yeah, free hats.
Yeah, don't forget hats, not hats.
Yeah, we can't, although that's baiting and switching.
Yeah. Alright. Well, we could tell him Jimmy Savage, yeah.
Yeah, Chuck Norris shaved off his beard. We could talk about that.
Of course.
Yeah. I wonder where he hides the third fist now.
How do you choose his dick?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just about to go on top of a woman and she gets fisted. Hi-oh!
Hey-oh.
Alright, you ready?
Sure.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Hello people, this week Gerald of the International Wrestling Podcast here on IWPC 316. Here to review Monday Night Raw on Thursday. And the reason we're doing it on Thursday, it took us this long to actually think about what a horrible Raw was. But I know we usually say this, and I know other bloggers and other podcasts usually say this, but I'm just going to ask you straight out. Was Monday Night Raw this week the new Raw?
That was the absolutely worst Raw I have ever seen, period. And I have watched all but 8 Raws in the history of Raw. That was the worst one ever. And I've seen Max Moon main event. I've seen Damian Demento main event a Raw. This was worse.
Yeah, see, people, this is why we left it off until Thursday, because if we did a show on Monday or Tuesday, everyone would have just said, no, they're reacting to it. We're able to sit back and look at it as a whole from Monday night, fucking 3-4 days on, and I can agree with Brian. I don't know if that's the worst Raw ever, but it's the worst I've ever seen.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. I watched it live on Raw Monday. Roy Zambrano and I both were live Facebook posting during Raw. I think Roy made it 8 minutes into the show and said, fuck it, I quit, and went off to watch, what's that new show you like, that's your profile picture? Is on Facebook. Yeah, Parks and Recreation. He's like, I've already gone through season 1. So, he left after like 8 minutes after the Pancake Jones. I actually made it through the entire Raw until the main event, and the satellite went out due to the hailstorm that hit Mississippi. I went back and watched Raw again for the show to give it a second set of eyes, and watched the triple threat match on YouTube and the contract signing between Triple H and Brock Lesnar. I hate myself. I really hate myself for watching it twice. I used to make fun of you in the early days of this show, going back and watching stuff 2-3 times. But I've been trying to get more professional for reasons I'm going to hold back until our big announcement later. And decided, hey, let's give it a second look. And I hate myself. I went and took a shower after I watched it, and I had taken a shower right before I watched Raw. I felt dirty watching it a second time. I hated myself.
Look, I think it's time that we actually look at it this way. We can be like most people on Twitter and Facebook and blame the talent. I'm not blaming the talent anymore. The talent have to give acknowledgement to them. The talent is there.
Yeah.
Now, this is pure WWE creators' fault.
No, it's not.
I'm going to say this.
Vince McMahon fired the head creative writer a few weeks ago, and everyone's talking about now Vince is back to his old ways, and he's never been happier. This is what Vince wants to give us. I want Paul Levesque to give us something, or I'm going to give something to them, and that's me changing the channel permanently. Because I'd rather have the Hollywood guy back. And as I posted on Facebook this morning, WWE is looking for their next vice president of creative to come from a family television show background. They want somebody that can appeal to moms and kids.
No.
It's professional wrestling. We don't need Barney in the yeah.
That's a different division.
Well, it's still the same thing. If they're wanting to appeal to moms and kids, fuck that. I'll leave. The product will no longer be geared to me. I'm already coming up on almost 35 years old, and I'm no longer to be in the target demographic between 18 and 35. I'm already not looking forward to that. But if we're going to shift gears back to it was in the 1980s, no, I refuse. I'm sorry, you can talk now.
Yeah, everything should move forward. It's just getting to the stage now that WWE is just moving 100% backwards. And I'm sorry, I am blaming the background. I'm not blaming the talent anymore. Yes, there's some talent that deserves a small bit of the blame, but for people to be blaming people like Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler and CM Punk, how can you? They're giving nothing. It's like, how much times have we seen Dolph Ziggler and Kofi Kingston? How much times have we seen Team Hell No against Primo and Epico? How much times have we seen Wayne Barrett go up against The Miz? How much times have we seen Fandango quit pieces? Like, I'm sorry, but like, there is no wrestler in the history of the business, I look at how you are, deserves to make your wrestling debut at WrestleMania. That's like if you were drafted to a club and your first game as a quarterback is the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Fandango is going
like
to
San Francisco 49ers.
Fandango is going to have his first ever match on WWE programming against Chris Jericho, arguably one of the best wrestlers in the world at the moment, at WrestleMania. Are you shitting me? Like, who? Like, that is completely demoralizing the meaning of WrestleMania. It really
But
is.
I thought he was feuding with Khali.
No, that's over. Did you not see the interaction on Raw with Chris Jericho decided to make fun of his name?
No.
And that led to an interference on SmackDown?
No, I missed that somehow. I haven't seen SmackDown spoilers yet.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck if I'm spoiling it for anyone. Everyone knows this is coming because it got leaked last week. That apparently Vince McMahon is the only villain in the back to see something in Fandango. Put it this way, Vince McMahon saw something in Gold's clear.
Yeah, well, I kind of like Fandango.
Yeah, I like him.
I like it. And the only person that can say his entrance is Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, like, I like him. I think it's a good gimmick. It's going to get reheated. But as I said, there's no wrestler, alive or dead, that deserves to make their debut match on program at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I
like the fact that
it demoralizes it because usually that's done in things like Judgment Day, Backlash, Hell in the Cell, that a wrestler will come in a pay-per-view and have his first match. It's like WrestleMania was the nearest pay-per-view. Fandango has a small bit of heat. Let's put him in WrestleMania. It's like, no, that's not the point of WrestleMania.
Well, see, I like Fandango. It reminds me of the "Hi, my name is Dolph Ziggler" stuff. That's what I like, and that's the characters I like.
Yeah,
it's something different. They're giving us something different.
Brian, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I like Fandango. I cannot state that enough. I like him. I think he's getting good heat, and Johnny Curtis was good in the ring. But to make your debut at WrestleMania, I'm sorry, like, and even Big E Langston, I know he involved himself in 1 or 2 matches, but this guy 6 months ago was wrestling in some college dorm as a fucking FCW champion, and now he's going to make his WWE debut at WrestleMania.
No, he's wrestled a couple times on WWE TV.
No, he hasn't. He has never wrestled.
I thought he took on Cena.
No.
Oh, that's right. He said Dolph Ziggler would fight him on Cena 1 week. Okay.
So Daniel Bryan said it. Daniel Bryan said, let's see how good you are in the ring.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but they are completely demoralized for the meaning of WrestleMania. I've said this off air to Brian, and I'm going to say here, the only match I give a shit about is The Undertaker CM Punk. Now let's get to something we talked about off air. You didn't like CM Punk's promo, I did.
No, I wasn't impressed. And I'm not trying to do an internet meme that CM Punk's not impressed, but I wasn't impressed with CM Punk this week. I want to see CM Punk fight, and I want the brawl between Punk and Taker. I'm tired of this.
Brawl?
Yeah, but apparently CM Punk's hurt, and they don't want to risk a WrestleMania match. That they want him to get into the match, so they don't want to risk him getting hurt because he got hurt during the Kane. Yeah. So he's not doing any house shows. He's only doing promos. So.
Is CM Punk the top heel in the business at this moment?
In the business, no. In WWE, yes. So.
Who would you put over?
Well, up until very recently, it would have been Bobby Roode in Austin Aries, but CM Punk's kind of getting there. Bully Ray's really got my attention now. I love the Bully Ray character. So I don't like the Bully Ray character as the face, but I am so looking forward to Impact tonight.
Yeah,
so I'm actually driving right now for anybody here who's in the background to go get my son so I can get home and watch Impact on time for once. So I'm so looking forward to it because my phone blows up during Impact because Roy will text me or post for us on Facebook, and I get all the comments every time someone likes. It pops up on my phone. So.
Yeah, but the reason I bring that up is that, do you think people are just jumping on, like most people would say that there's WWE sheep out there. Do you think people that are jumping on hating this storyline, okay, there are some people that genuinely find this stuff disgusting. I'm not going to argue with people like that. But do you think there's a lot of just WWE haters that if TNA did a storyline like this, it would just be, oh, this is really cut into the bone, this is brilliant?
Well, I mean, forget the NWO ever happened. If TNA was the inventor of the NWO and, like, right now, John Cena, Randy Orton, and CM Punk jumped ship from WWE to TNA and, you know, started an NWO with those three, there would still be people, well, that sucks. TNA sucks. Remember when they had the reverse battle royal? That shit was 7 years ago. Grow the fuck up, people.
No, but
TNA has changed as a company.
No, but
I mean, it doesn't matter what TNA does. There will be people that go, well, it's TNA, it sucks, because in 2004 or 2005, they had a reverse battle royal, and grow the fuck up, people.
No, Brian, I don't think you got the meaning of the question. The meaning of the question is, do you think there's people out there that is hating this CM Punk storyline because they're just WWE haters, full stop?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Bully Ray stuff.
No.
There are certain people that they just, anytime death's involved, if you mention it, you're a bad person. I can't believe you would like something that, you know, that guy just died. You're disrespecting their memory. No, he didn't. He said, I'm sorry for your loss at WrestleMania. He didn't say, you know, I'm glad Paul Bearer died, and, you know, so he doesn't have to see you lose at WrestleMania. You know, he said, you know, it's a good thing Paul died because he went to his grave knowing you were undefeated at WrestleMania. You know, I mean, Punk barely mentioned Undertaker or Paul Bearer.
He did this week.
Even this week, I don't. But I mean, it's very minimum. So.
Look, I'm not going against
this. It's the same thing you were saying earlier. I mean, people will bitch and moan. I want the Attitude Era. I want the Attitude Era. I want edgy television. Well, here you go. Well, that's going too far. Well, fuck you. You don't have an opinion anymore. Shut the fuck up and just don't watch it. Because you can't make up your fucking mind.
That's it. Everything. It's supposed to be culling, like as you said, how much saying to JR people, oh, this is too kid-friendly. We want to go back to the old ways. TV-14. CM Punk steals the order and does Paul Bearer voice. Well, I don't know about that. That's going a bit too far. What the fuck do you think the Attitude Era was?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Big Bossman actually robbed Big Show's dad's coffin. No, I know that wasn't coffin and all that.
Big Show's dad had been dead for a couple of years, but
still, they still made fun of dead.
Yeah. They made fun of divorce and stuff like that all the time too.
Yeah. They cut off a man's penis, for God's sake.
No, it was shrinkage. He had shrinkage occur. If you go back to the PP Choppy Chop or Chop Chop, whatever it was, with Kind Time Val Venus, they had John Wayne Bobbitt wheel out Val Venus, and he said because of coldness and shrinkage, he was able to save his member. But, you know, there was no cut. So, but I mean, look at Brian Pillman and Dustin Rhodes, Goldust with Melina. I mean, Brian Pillman turned Melina into a whore. I mean,
look at Jerry the King Lawler with his comments about Goldust.
Yeah.
Like WWE
one of my favorite. Yeah, videos.
Yeah, you look at it. WWE are now a pro-member lad, apparently. They're all for gay activists and stuff like that. And yet they okayed this fucking thing 10 years ago. Like, when Jerry Lawler said himself, he said a lot of fucking bad stuff about gays.
Yeah, let's go ahead and pause here, and we'll insert the video. Okay?
Alright.
So go ahead and stop this recording, put in the video, and then...
Well, you know, it seems our sissy friend is having a little identity crisis. First he was Dustin Runnels, then he was Goldust, and now he wants to be the king of the ring. Well, we all saw you out here with tears running down your face, wondering why your old man, Old Dust, don't love you anymore. Well, I know Dusty Rhodes, and he told me why. It's because you married the biggest gold digger in Georgia, then you put on a woman's wig, and you went around the ring kissing men like a flaming fag.
I don't even know if that's PG.
See, like, and yet WWE will come out now about their biggest star and their glad bullshit. It's pure hypocrisy. They bite the hand that feeds them and they go with the flow. It's like if TNA was bigger than what it is, WWE would have no problem in the morning going back to TV 14. But because they don't have to and because it's safer to do it this way, they're going to stick with the TV PG model. The guy was in a lot of trouble after WrestleMania.
Yeah, well, I mean, remember Michael Cole got in trouble, what was it, about 9 months ago, for a tweet he sent to Josh Matthews just joking around. Michael Cole got in trouble. I think he called Josh Matthews a faggot or something. And people were calling for Michael Cole's job. And it's like, I just said faggot on this YouTube. I'm not calling anybody that word. I actually have several gay friends. But, you know, Cole on his own free time, not in a WWE capacity, said something, and he should be fired from his job.
No.
No, Michael Cole should be fired for his job for a lot of reasons, but calling Josh Matthews a faggot is not one of them.
But man, you even go down this way. Like, look how much people came out this week and fucking congratulated Booker T. Booker T used to go around for months, for years, and call people the N-word.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga. You know, I mean, it's one of the most iconic phrases from WCW.
It wasn't just Hulk Hogan. He used to say it all the time to people.
Yeah, so. But it's just hypocrisy. It's another example of hypocrisy in WWE. And I can't believe we've actually stretched out this Raw show to last more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not just hypocrisy with the WWE, it's hypocrisy with the fans. As I said, a couple of months ago, people were screaming around and said, let's go back to an edgier product. Look, CM Punk and The Undertaker, whether you like the promos or not, that's what you should judge it on. Brian is judged on that he didn't like the promo because it wasn't up to his standards. He didn't like the promo because it was over the line.
Yeah.
But that's what's happening, is that people are like, oh,
that's why I like TNA. They'll cross the line. They're not afraid to.
Well,
they'll come out with an edgier storyline. They don't always make sense, like Claire Lynch. But, I mean, when WWE tried that storyline with AJ and Cena, it didn't work. So,
yeah, well, what happened there?
People just think.
What happened there?
People just aren't ready.
AJ was over, and they needed to get John Cena over on top of her. Look, WrestleMania time is approaching, people. We have a lot of shows that will be coming up. We have our own Hall of Fame show. We're going to have our own Hall of Fame preview show for WWE. We're going to have individual preview for every single WrestleMania match. We're also going to look back at our top 10 matches in Madison Square Garden to celebrate the Hall of Fame in Madison Square Garden. So in the next 3 weeks, it's going to be all go here on the IWPC 316. We're on the road to WrestleMania. And if WWE are not going to make it feel like WrestleMania, we are going to try our best to make sure everyone feels it's WrestleMania time.
Yeah, and folks, the big announcement we promised for Wednesday is coming. There's actually two. A certain somebody may be going to WrestleMania. Tune in next time, kids.